One thing that'll help you manifest your desires, live a fulfilling life where you feel satisfied and get closer and closer to God is not being a slave to your feelings. Feelings are fickle, they come and go, and they're up and down. And some days you'll feel like doing what you're supposed to do, and other days you will not feel like that, and you'll feel like sitting in bed and watching Netflix all day and YouTube and TikTok. So we can't just go by our feelings for everything. Instead, you have to go by your conscience and what you know to be right. When you start going with what you know is right, is when everything starts to fall into place. So you know that you have to go to the gym a certain amount of times every week. You know that you have to keep your house and car clean. You know you have to take care of your health. None of these things are really pleasant. Who likes going to the dentist to have them work on your teeth? Who does? No one does. Most people that go to the gym and look great don't feel like it most of the time. But there's a lot of satisfaction in pushing past your feelings and doing what you know you're supposed to do. And this takes self knowledge. If you don't know what your purpose is, you have to find that out. Many people, including a lot of people I know personally, make good money, don't want for finances, don't want for any of that, but the price they pay is being miserable every day, and they're not even enjoying their money because they stick to a job they're miserable at because they're too afraid to take a pay cut to do something that they really love or take a risk and step out of their comfort zone. So many really good looking people and they're charming as well and smart. They're afraid to get into relationships because they're just afraid of putting themselves out there and making the first move and letting someone know that they're interested in them. And they're too scared of rejection because their feelings are telling them that the pain of rejection is worse than the pain of the regret they're going to have for not approaching the person. So they'll go years seeing someone at church or someone at the coffee shop, the same person, smiling at them without even making a move. And it's just pathetic what our feelings make us do. You can't go by your feelings. When I was in my feelings and I went by my feelings all the time, I was a road rage addict, cursing, honking, and flipping the bird at everyone I saw who was driving a little off, being quick to honk. And my flesh controlled me. My carnal appetites controlled me. So if I wanted to smoke dope every single day, that's what I did. If I wanted to eat junk food every single day, I let my feelings of wanting to search for pleasure go over what I knew was right. So once I realized that I wanted to serve God, I wanted to make a change in the world, I wanted to carry out God's plan for me and live my purpose out, I had to walk away from living for my flesh. And a lot of us live for our flesh. We live from meal to meal. We live for our feelings. We go to relationships to find out what we can get out of other people rather than go there to give our love without attachment to outcome and without attachment to what they're doing for us. And that's what you have to understand. Love, there's different types of love. Eros is erotic love, romantic love, where it's that honeymoon period where you feel all these gooey feelings for someone and you're just addicted to spending time with them. But that only lasts a couple months, and then you have to stick with that person and all the gooey feelings goes away. and you find out what they're really like and all their shortcomings and all the annoying things about them. And love is not something you feel, my friends. The real love, godly love, is not eros. It's agape. Agape means the love of God. So that's loving someone through all their rough edges, through all their shortcomings, and not relying on them to make you happy, but being happy in yourself, with yourself, in your own company, because you know you're doing your purpose, you know you're carrying out God's plan for your life, and you're not relying on anyone else to make you happy or to fulfill you or being in that codependent type of relationship. And you actually become a better partner when you're not in that codependent eros mindset, but when you're in agape love, you love your partner, even though sometimes they annoy you, even though sometimes they leave a mess, even though you guys sometimes have different agendas for the day, and you might have to compromise and do what they want. That's real love. And you don't really know if you love someone unless you've been through some hard times with them and your love has been challenged. And that's how it is with us and God. When we don't letting our feelings control our lives and we let our love for God and our love for our purpose control our lives and we do what we know to be right every day consistently, that's when the breakthroughs happen. That's when you start getting a full bank account. That's when you start getting healthier and you start looking better and you start feeling better. And the Lord's Prayer says it's supposed to be on earth as it is in heaven. So we're supposed to make our life on earth as heavenly as possible by having nice things, beautiful things, by having a neat and clean environment, by enjoying and taking gratitude in everything, our food, our time with family, the fact that we have cars, smartphones, vehicles, a nice garden, whatever it is that you've been blessed with, you have to show gratitude for that, and then it will multiply. It will multiply uh, it will multiply beyond your wildest dreams. If you can show gratitude, if you can put God first, if you can put your purpose first in serving others, providing a product or service other people need, and giving. Giving is very important. That's a seed you plant, and most of us don't feel like giving. But when you get past your feelings for all these things, going to the gyms, giving, all these things, is when you start to see the fruit in your life multiply. So you're just investing in yourself. When you help someone that needs it, you'll see some people in need. You'll see someone in your family or at your church or at your work who needs help with something, and you'll be able to help them. When you don't think twice about it and you go and help them, you're investing in yourself. And you might not feel like it. You might feel like holding on to your resources for yourself. But the more generously and without hesitation you give, that's planting a seed for your future, because it's going to come back to you 10 times. It's going to come back to you 10 times. And the generous people are always the people with more. And even people who have a lot of money but they're stingy and they hold on to it, they're miserable. I've seen so many people who have a lot of money and who have a great job, but it's not what they really love. So they're not living their purpose, and they have a lot of money. They're not enjoying their money, and they're lonely a lot of the time. So just remember, push past your feelings and do what you know is right. That's the key, my friends. Love you guys. Talk soon.